People, hi, how are you doing? Oh, it's so good to be here again to come and share, just tips for us to live a good life, tips for us to maximize our health, to make informed decision, to ensure that we are not just making decisions out of fear or out, probably something that has happened to somebody before or something that you saw that happened in mommy, daddy, grandmother, granddaughter, how to ensure that we live the utmost to the maximum potential, that we have. So the webinar essentially today we are talking about men. Yes, we are talking about men. What is it about men? You know, it's not just women because we've had like a series, of um we've had like a series of topics about women. Um, but that's not enough, because it's not just women that exist on planet Earth. It's not just women that that happens, or that it's not just women that exist in the family. Whatever relationship, whether it is with your parents, with your immediate family, if you are a family person, essentially it is not just you existing, it's not just women that you have in your life. Almost everybody on this channel, if you're a woman, you have a man in your life, a brother, a father, a sister, a mentor even, so that's why I decided that, what, we are not just going to be talking about women alone. Essentially, let's make the essential, or the let's make the important, in managing our health, because it is your health is your responsibility. Okay, yes, I'm a Christian. I believe in miracles, I believe in healing, I believe that all these things, yes, God can do. But more essentially, it is you being in charge of your health, making informed decisions, knowing what to do, when to do it, and what not to do. Okay, and the tenacity of you doing it, or how much of a particular thing you can do. So let's listen attentively, gather your questions together. And again, sorry, I forgot to say that happy holidays, merry Christmas in advance. And this is like the last webinar we are going to be having for this year, so that everybody can spend time with their family. Nobody wants to spend time, doing festivity as still listening to listening to somebody talk about their health. Yes, we have made decision about our health. Let's now enjoy Christmas and New Year with our families. So yeah, we are not going to be talking so much about you know about health. We are not even going to be doing anything health for the holidays. So our guest is more than ready, and I'll just be adding in just few seconds. Okay, so today's topic is essentially, we are talking about men's health 360. What are the strategies? What are the things that we need to know about maximizing our health? Strategies for maximizing health and wellness, preventing diseases, and essential health screenings, especially for our men. What are the things that they should focus on, or we should remind them to do, even as we women. So I'll be bringing up our guests now with a sitting ovation because I will not say anybody should stand and give us ovation. So with a sitting ovation, can we welcome Mr. Shegun Pastor? Thank you very much, sir. Thank you for
Yes,
coming.
ma'am.
Thank you for
It's great to
coming.
be here.
And for everyone who is joining us, his name is Mr. Shegun Faswam. He definitely is going to introduce himself. Probably, I don't know the suffix to, or the prefix to his name, or the suffix, but I shall know that Mr. Shegun.
It's enough. Shagun is enough.
All right. So he said Shegun is enough. So we are safe to say Mr. Shegun
Yes.
Faswami. So Mr. Shegun is a male nurse with experience, and um, with experience in intensive care, nursing. He's registered in the United Kingdom as a nurse, and he's also registered in Nigeria. I know he registered first in Nigeria before coming over to the United Kingdom to practice as a nurse, and he's still currently in practice. So I know this topic is, a bit about men. It will feel very weird to see a woman come and talk about it. I mean, it might not be weird, especially if probably it's their area of specialty. But I think it will sink in very well when a man is talking about what concerns men. People will listen more, because they will feel like it's also from experience, also from
Mhm.
passion, and all of that stuff. So I don't know if you want to introduce yourself to us
Oh
and
yes,
tell
that's
us
yeah.
what you want us to know about you.
Okay. Yeah, so like you said, my name is Shegun, and I qualified in Nigeria first of all, and I qualified in the UK. Um, Background intensive care nursing. I really love intensive care. That's what I do, and yeah, that's really a short
Wow.
description of what I do. Yeah, yeah.
Wow, that's good. Thank you very much, sir. Mr. Shegun Faswami is also a Christian, and that
Well,
means that it would, yes, that means, I said that to say, yes, we are Christians, or I can't assume that everybody on this life is a Christian,
mhm,
but then whatever religion it is, you have the responsibility to take charge of your health. God has miracles. Yes, God can give healing and all of that, but you make the informed decision first. You don't be careless about your health, and allow God do His own while you do your own. So, which is the major reason why this health webinar series is coming up, for us to know, because sometimes it's not as if we don't want to, it's because we
mm,
don't know what to do
mm,
exactly. So
mm,
some of us, we have
mm,
male figures in our lives. We don't even know
mm,
what to tell them to say. For women, we'll
mm,
say avoid sugar, do that one, do this one. But for men, for somebody like me, I didn't grow up with a man, except my dad. So all of us are girls in the house. So I don't even know, except probably my nursing knowledge. So we'll just go right into the topic.
okay.
So we'll be talking about men's physical health, and what essentially what is it about the men's physical health, and what are the things we should pay attention to.
Okay. Yeah, before we go into the physical health, I love this definition so much by WHO as regard what health is. It really ties it all together. It ties it all together. It shows us the importance of every aspect of health. And many of us are in healthcare, it's very easy. We are used to it. But people that are not in healthcare, they might not be used to it. I'll just read it out. It says health is a state of complete. So looking at health as an holistic thing now, not just one part of your life. So physical, mental. I know men don't like to hear this. Mental and social well-being are not merely the absence of a disease or infirmity. So that means that even though physically you are able, okay, physically you're able, no, you don't, no loss of appetite, no fever, and no pain. You can carry out your activities as normal. Does not necessarily mean you are healthy. Oops. Yeah, that's not
Mm.
necessarily mean you're healthy. So you can be looking okay, everything is fine, but something is going wrong on your inside. You see, I love this quote so much. If you don't check it, you might be wrecking it, and you will not know until it's completely wrecked. So it is very important to check it. Okay, so check
Mm.
your health. Check your health before you
Sir,
wreck
can
your
you say
health.
that again, sir? That quote.
So if you don't check it, you might be wrecking it, and you will not know until it's completely wrecked. So check it
Wow.
before you wreck it. Yeah, so you have to check your
Mm.
health before you wreck it. Many of us we spend so much money once every year to check the roadworthiness. They call it MOT of our car every year. Once a year we do it. So why don't we check the health parameters for our body, our life, basically? We keep some people pay. They are very intentional about managing the things that they possess, like their cars, for example. They service it 2 times a year. They check their MOT once every year. But when it comes to their health, you ask a regular man, when last did you go for checkup? Like, I don't know. What's checkup? What's checkup? What, yeah, do I need to do that? Yeah, I always thought I need to go to hospital when I'm not feeling well. Yeah. So having
Mm.
said that, so the physical health, very important. So right. So when we talk about our physical health, we're talking about normal functioning of our body. Yeah, without speaking too much medical jargons. Okay, so basically we have several systems and organs in our body. Okay, so it's about the normal functioning of those systems. Our heart, cardiovascular system, very important. Very important.
Mm,
Cardiovascular system. I will talk more about that shortly. Okay. We talk about our digestive system. We're talking about what you eat and how your body
mm,
digests what you eat. Okay, and this one, is very, very big, and most men don't like to talk about it. Oh yeah, mental health. But I'll go into that. But our physical health is actually, so every component of health are interlinked. Okay, so you cannot talk about your
mm,
physical health and your mental health. You cannot isolate them. Okay, so they are interlinked. So your physical health can affect you mentally, and your mental health can also affect you physically. So they are interlinked, and
physically.
research has proven that. Okay, right. So when it
Mm,
comes to our health, it's about the normal functioning of every system in our body. Okay, so our digestive system, our reproductive system, our cardiovascular system, our nervous system. Basically your heart is fine. Your every organs on your inside is fine. And these things are on the inside. Okay, so I'll use layman term as I said earlier. This is on the inside. You can't really see it if you don't check it. You can't really see it if you don't check it. So it is very important. It is very important for you to check things like as simple as checking your blood pressure. Checking your blood pressure at least 4 times in a week. Checking your blood pressure at least 4 times in a week. Okay, let me use myself as an example. There was a day I was at work. Although it was night shift, and that's quite normal for my blood pressure to be high. But then that actually, brought my consciousness and thought out, Shagun, you need to be very careful. I checked my blood pressure, and my blood pressure was very high. Okay, as a young man, blood pressure was very high. Oh boy, yeah. But if I didn't check it, I would not know it was high. So it is very important to check it. Check your blood pressure. So the things that you can check. Check your weight. Okay, check your weight. So weight is not just being on the big side. I'm being careful with my words now. Being on the big side. So your weight is in relation to your height. Okay, they call it BMI. If you just Google it, there are many tools online. Just Google it. If you enter your weight and your height, it will tell you what your BMI is, and it will tell you if it's normal or not. Okay, so checking your weight. Um, are you there? Okay, as long as you can hear me and see me, that's fine. I can hear you loud and clear, but I can see your picture is frozen, but that's fine. That's fine. Okay. It's okay. It's all right. Right. Okay. So, when it comes to your physical health, so like I was saying, so you have to measure. Fact, it talks about your fitness level, your body composition, your ability to perform your daily activities. Okay. That has to do with and sometimes it is so important that a simple blood check, a simple routine blood check, can literally check. If your cardiovascular system is working fine, if your livers are working fine, your kidneys are working fine, a simple routine blood check will check the normal function, the normal levels of the chemical composition in your body will pick that up. So by doing a simple blood check, 5 minutes with the doctor, they take your blood and then they send you your results, can save you. You see, the most important thing about physical health is early detection. Early detection. That sometimes when if it's not detected early, it is too late. It's not detected early, it is too late. I know further on we'll be going to some common chronic condition in men. But if you don't detect the condition early, sometimes it is too late. It has caused a lot of havoc, a lot of damage to your body, and then it is not reversible anymore. It is not managing it through your lifetime. So it's very important to do your medical checkup. And then said pretty long. Yeah.
thank you very much, sir. Wow, that is early detection and checks. It might not even do the big ones and all the CTs and MRI,
Mhm, mhm.
but just a simple blood glucose check or blood
The long way.
exactly is happening for you to prevent a bigger issue in the nearest future. So early detection is very, very important. Thank you very much, sir. At some point, I know I missed a bit of. I was hearing you, but it was just a bit. I
Yeah.
think that's just my network. So I wanted to
Mhm.
ask about let's go into men's mental health. Um, that's a very broad topic on its own.
Yeah.
They will always say it is women that talk a lot. It is women that will
Mm.
say they went through labor pain, they did this one. We talk a lot. But we want to see into men as well. What is men's mental health? What does it look like? How do you feel? Represent all the men, sir. How do you feel
Mm.
when it comes to the mental aspect of your health?
Yeah. You see, it's quite a very sensitive topic. I know a lot of people, especially men, don't like talking about it because when you talk about it, you are perceived as being weak. Come on, you're a man, man. Come on, shake it off. But yeah, men also need to take care of their mental health. Okay, men also need to take care of their mental health and they need to speak up. Okay, so I've got some things written down here. And also, just to let you know, most of the things I've written here are proven by research, and I'm not just fabricating anything. I have a responsibility of giving accurate information. So, mental
Okay.
health is it's critical, yeah, but often overlooked. Yeah, it's often overlooked. You know why it's overlooked? Yeah,
Hmm.
men usually think about, when it comes to health, they think about how their physical appearance. Not the guy, I want to have my bicep, my chest, six
Hmm.
packs and all that. Very tight, yeah, I'm fine. Yeah, but it goes beyond that. It goes beyond the physical well-being. Okay,
Hmm.
I know sometimes it's also due to societal perception about who is a man.
Hmm.
A man is a strong guy in the family. A man is the one that defends the family. A man is this and a man is that. No, no, no. It shouldn't be so. It shouldn't be so.
Hmm.
Oh, it shouldn't be so. So it's due to the stigma, cultural norms, especially as an African. As an African, there's this popular saying that blacks don't crack. Well, it's not true. Black crack plenty. Black can crack. Okay, it is not wrong. Yeah, yeah. So it's not so society and our culture doesn't support you saying telling to somebody I'm depressed. Imagine that you're saying I'm depressed. Like, what do you mean you are depressed? Even I know some people that
Hmm.
most people some people that might be Venus now might not be Christians, but as a Christian, like, oh come on, why can't you tell me you're depressed? Come on, Jesus saved you, Jesus died for you, and all that, you know. Um, yeah. So addressing these issues are very important. They're very important. So even though you're healthy physically, mentally, if you're not healthy mentally and you don't seek the help. And in the UK, there are several help that you can get in the UK. But if you don't speak up, you won't get the help that you need.
Hmm.
Let's just show you a bit of statistics so that I can know that actually men also suffer from,
Hmm.
yeah, mental health. So approximately about 12.5% of men in England are experiencing a common mental health disorder. So approximately about 12.5%, nearly 13% of men are experiencing one form of mental health disorder, or the other. Yeah.
Wow.
Hmm. Right. This one
Wow.
also is a bit touchy, okay? It's a bit, yeah, sensitive, but yeah. So men are 3 times more likely to die by suicide than women.
Hmm.
Mhm. Men are 300% more likely to die from suicide compared to women. Yep. Um, mhm. And research also shows that over one third of men, about 35%, believe that they have been diagnosed at some point. Okay, about one third of men have been diagnosed at some point in their life with mental health condition. That's quite a huge number if you think about it.
Wow.
Yes. Mhm. And also, despite this, just 40% of men, just 40% of those that have been diagnosed at some point in their life have ever spoken to anyone about their mental health. Just 40%. 40 out of 100, 40%. Okay? So that's
Wow.
more than half. Yeah, just more than half of people that are suffering. Why? And the major reason is because they are embarrassed and because of stigma. Because of stigma,
Hmm.
like, oh yeah, because of stigma, and because of they feel embarrassed. Mm. And I
Hmm.
know, this is going to be what I know. We're going to talk about work life balance shortly, but actually, look at
Hmm.
this. The leading cause of mental health issues in men, number one, is work related stress. Work related
Wow.
stress, 32%. Financial concern,
Hmm.
financial burden, 31%. Another health problem. So remember, I said earlier that other healthcare, and the other health
Yeah.
factors can also affect. Yeah. So now let's actually forget about all these statistics and let's talk like human, man to man or man to woman. Yeah, men do feel pressure as well. Men do feel
Wow.
pressure as well. I know we don't go through the hormonal monthly hormonal thing like the women, the menstrual cycle, the hormonal changes like women do after birth as well. But then men also feel pressure, just like women also feel pressure. Men are not
Hmm.
immune to feeling pressure. Men are not immune to mental health, breaking the mental health. Okay, so
Hmm.
work related stress. I know a lot of men, a lot of fairly, coming again. I know there might be people that are not from the African background here listening as well. But I'll just use that because I'm an African. Yeah. So, as an African, it's believed that, man is the provider. You bear all the burden. You bear all the burden. But come on, speak up. You can speak to if you're married, speak to your wife. If you're not married, speak to your
Hmm.
friend. Speak to your friend, speak to people around you. Okay? Work
Hmm.
related stress. You see, research has proven that I know this is going to touch a lot of people. Research has proven that doing night shift can actually reduce significantly your life expectancy. I remember when I was doing my research
Wow.
in the University of Sunderland. Yeah, I was doing my research, and my research was regarding work-related stress among nurses, and I carried out the research in Lagos University Teaching Hospital in Nigeria. But then I was doing it in the University of Sunderland, and when I was in my masters, and I discovered actually that doing night shift for a long time, over a long duration of time, can actually reduce your life expectancy significantly. Okay, okay. So
Wow.
yes, it can. The research has proven that's well established, and that's why they pay you more during night
On
shifts.
a
And
night shift.
I'm not
Hmm.
saying don't do night shifts. Like for me, people that are nurses, you have to do it, but then don't say
Yeah.
boss, please give me night. I want to be a permanent night because because I
I don't
get
want to
extra
die
300 pounds.
young.
Yeah, you're affecting your health. You are mortgaging your health for money. That's what you're doing. You're mortgaging your health for
Hmm.
money. Please don't do that. Please don't do that. That's a it is recommended. It is recommended that you sleep at least 6 hours, minimum of 6 hours in a day. Okay, if you're not sleeping 6 hours in a day, those stress are affecting your mental health. One day it might be. Imagine, imagine. I don't know if you've seen. Imagine a horse or a donkey. Imagine, let's just say this is just me just making this up. Let's just say the horse is designed to carry 50 kg of load, and now you're adding 100 kg. Okay,
Hmm.
you have already increased to 150 kg, 200 kg, 250 kg because you want the horse to work more, and you want to, because of you want to get much more out of the horse, and one day the horse is going to break down. Same thing with our mental health. There's only a limit you can stretch yourself to. There's only a limit you can stretch yourself to. So I'm just here to speak on behalf of the men that we also feel the pressure as well. That our mental health is also, it's not immune to going through suffer, to suffering mentally. That men also do that as well. We also feel the pressure. I know men might not want to speak, might want to show I'm strong. I'm a strong guy. But sometimes men also in the clothes also cry, also feel the pressure. Okay, so I know
Hmm.
society thinks that men should be the defender, the provider, and all that, but men also do feel the pressure. And apart from the depression, the anxiety, the schizophrenia and all that. I don't want to bore us with all that. There are also other angles to mental health. You see, when
Hmm.
people, yeah, substance. Let me just read this to you. Men are 3 times more likely than women to become alcohol dependent. Mhm. Men are 3 times more likely than women to become alcohol dependent. Okay, um, right. So men report lower level of life satisfaction compared to women, according to government national well-being survey. Okay, so according to the UK government national wellbeing survey, it shows that men don't get to the level of life satisfaction compared to women. Compared to women, yeah, and that can also a lot affect our mental health. Yeah. So what are the things that we can do? So okay, do you want me to go on or? Okay, right. So let me just quickly read through some of the barriers of speaking up. Like we've mentioned some of them. Yeah, believe that I can cope. Come on, I can cope. So 40% of men said I can cope. They believe that self-management is the key, but it's not. You need to speak up at some point. Not wanting to put burden on others. So I don't want others to share my burden. Feeling embarrassed. 29%. Perception of negative stigma. Not wanting to admit needing support. Fear of appearing weak. Come on, men are strong. I don't want to appear weak. Lack of someone to speak to. Okay. So people have reported, yeah, I don't. There's nobody to speak to. Nobody will understand what I'm going through and all that. So, just to list quickly some common, mental health issues in men, depression, and the symptoms can be feeling sad, things that you used to enjoy doing before. You used to enjoy hanging out with your friends, playing football. You used to enjoy going to work, but now you don't. You have lost interest. Fatigue,
Hmm.
difficulty concentrating. Your sleep and your appetite is being affected. Also, you actually have thoughts of hurting yourself. Thought of
Hmm.
why am I here? Does life actually really worth it? Yeah, these signs when if you're feeling one or more of these signs, then you need to seek help. You need to seek help. You can speak to your GP. You can speak to a counselor. You can speak to even your pastors. You can speak to your friends or your
Yeah.
imam, whatever the case may be. Men may express depression through irritability. Sometimes men might be like why is this man suddenly all of a sudden very irritable? It just easily provoked, easily angered. What's going on? you know, it might be suffering from depression. It might
Hmm.
be because of his mental health. It might be because of his mental health. Okay, so anxiety, you worry excessively, you're restless, emotional tension, trouble sleeping, irritability, and this can manifest in like sometimes people isolate themselves. You used to enjoy hanging out with your friends, but now you just social
Hmm.
isolation. Don't want to hang out anymore. Nah, I'm loss of interest, and people don't actually believe that this one I'm about to say is actually stress. Stress. Stress is a mental health condition. Yes, stress is a mental health condition.
Wow.
Yes, stress is a mental health condition. Oh my God. A lot of people go through this. And a lot of people don't find a
Hmm.
way to distress. A lot of people don't find ways to
Hmm.
distress. And when you see, when it accumulates over a long period of time, it can actually lead to, a major breakdown in a person's mental health, in a man's mental health. So work pressure,
Hmm.
financial constraint, relationship issues, societal expectation, symptoms, headache, difficulty sleeping, irritability. It can even affect your physical health, like digestion of food and stuff like that.
Hmm.
Substance abuse, there are thoughts and behavior, anger and aggression, yeah. So what you can do, you can speak to a counselor, speak to your GP, and they will signpost you to the appropriate therapy or support that you need. Yeah. Okay, I'll stop there for now.
Hmm. Wow, that's awesome. Like that was huge. Personally, I feel like I the way you explained it was so simple. I feel like I switched lenses and I tried to see, okay, so this is how this man is feeling, or this is how this man is getting along. Because like I said, as women we can get um um so engrossed with everything going on in our own body that we don't even notice how the other person is feeling. I mean, that's even in
Mm,
terms of marriage. And
mm,
let's even talk about friendship, parents, our parents and all of that. Sometimes,
yeah.
growing up, we just remember our dads coming back from work. They just want to sit outside in fresh air. Don't talk
Mm,
to me. Nobody say anything.
yeah.
Everybody should just day their day, you know. But this has actually shown more perspective to mental health, and I feel like mental health aspect, especially for a man, even growing up, if a boy cries, you'd be like, be a boy, be a strong boy, you know.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Society has really, really just been built
Mhm.
in a way that men are not expected to be expressive,
Yeah.
especially when it comes to emotions.
Exactly.
And thank you so much for putting
So
perspective
I
to
can I
it,
say
sir.
something before we
So,
move on? Can I say something before we
yes,
move
sir.
on? You see, recently I just started working from home. Oh my goodness.
Hmm.
And sometimes, I realize that if not because I intentionally want to leave the house to just take a walk, or go play football, go to church and stuff like that, I realize that I've been at home sitting in front of my computer for hours, for
Wow.
hours, for hours. And I realize that that can actually affect your mental health. Okay, I know,
Hmm.
since COVID, the world has never remained the same since COVID, since 2019,
Yeah.
2020. World has never remained the same. People now work from home a lot. But you need to,
Hmm.
please, men, I'm begging, take a walk, go for a walk. If you go for a
Hmm.
run, walk your dog if you have a dog. Don't just sit at home, 5 days a week or 7 days in a week, and the only place you go is to, do shopping and all that. Going out for a
Hmm.
walk, can actually help. People actually walk more when they are home if they don't find a way to strike the balance. They work from home because
Hmm.
they are home. They wake up in the middle of the night. They are walking in front of their computer. Even on the train, they are walking in the computer. Even when you are
Yeah.
chatting with your friends, you are not you are basically engrossed. You are basically all
Engrossed.
the time involved in basically you are living in the computer. You are living inside the computer. You are so you're not in touch anymore with gradually you're not in touch anymore with your family, not in touch anymore with your friends, because you work from home now. It's something also to be mindful and very intentional about. Yeah.
Hmm. Hmm. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you, sir. So we want to go into nutrition and diet. What are
Mhm.
the key points that we need to pay attention, or key areas of nutrition? What are the classes of food? If I don't know what's in your notes, but just something around nutrition for the men. What is it that we should pay attention to, so that from now I will know that my husband, we have banned this food in this house.
Ah, okay. Okay, right. So the trick of it, the trick of it is eating a balance. There's no eating a balanced diet.
Hmm.
And while there was a while ago when I was trying to lose weight, and then I was on like carnivore diet. I was only eating meat, no carbs. That
Wow.
was great. That was great. I lost a lot of weight in a short space of time. But then
Wow.
our body is so fantastic that our body
Hmm.
can convert protein to carbohydrate basically just using just using what that people can understand. Your body can convert protein to carbohydrate. So even if you're eating a lot of protein, your body can still convert it to carbohydrate. Okay, and then it will make
Hmm.
no difference. So the trick of it is eating. And this is very what's the word now?
Tricky.
When
Tricky.
something is not tricky, when something is not fixed, you can't say one. It's not one this thing, not one size. One solution does not fit in every circumstance because it depends on,
Hmm.
on on who you are and your health condition. Right. So basically, eating all the diet, carbohydrate, not too much of carbohydrate. Please,
Hmm.
let's actually break this down, okay? And again, this African, I'm an African, yeah, I'm African, I'm proud of that, I'm Nigerian. You see, when you see a person eating, and then you see a big bowl of rice, Jesus,
Hmm.
a big bowl of rice. Basically, imagine just remove the rice and just see a big bowl of sugar. See a big
Hmm.
bowl of sugar. That's what you should see. Well, that's what your body actually breaks it to. Sugar. And your body just need a little bit of it. What happens to the rest?
Hmm.
What happens to the rest? It starts somewhere in your
It's
body.
go somewhere.
Somewhere in your
Hmm.
body to go and cause havoc. You go somewhere in your body to go and
Hmm.
cause havoc. Right. Now, I've just discovered this and I was speaking to my wife about this that come on, I think we need to change the vegetable oil that we use. Because the research has
Hmm.
proven that the vegetable oil predisposes us to inflammatory and bowel diseases. Vegetable oils.
Wow.
Oil. What we call oil. Yeah, you get what I mean. Vegetable oil. So olive oil is an healthier alternative. And it doesn't taste so
Hmm.
nice, your jollof rice, frying your chicken and stuff like that. Well, it's healthier. It's healthier. Okay. So basically, see, I want to say this way. This analogy is very important. Okay. Genetics is like loading a gun, but your
Right.
lifestyle choices is pulling the trigger. So even
Mm.
though you are genetically predisposed to a disease condition, if you don't pull the trigger,
Nothing happens. Mm.
yeah, yeah. If you don't pull the trigger, nothing might happen. Okay. So, but people just feel like, oh, my daddy is diabetic. I mean, there's nothing I can do about it. If I'm not diabetic, my grandpa in our generation, diabetes run there. There's nothing I can do about it. But your lifestyle choices can actually, can actually, yeah. So right, let's go there. Carbohydrate, protein, vitamins. Please, a lot of people don't eat fruit, and myself, I'm guilty of this. I don't know why we believe that fruit is not. How should I be eating fruit? Fruit. What is fruit? If it's not a bowl of big, chicken and all that, why should I be eating that? Please eat fruit. In the UK, five a day. Five a day. Very popular slogan. Five fruits a day, or eating fruits. Eating five apple a day. Keep you far from the doctor. Something like that.
An
Yeah,
apple a day keeps the doctor
an apple
far
a day.
away.
Yeah, that's it. An apple a day. Please eat fruits. Eat fruit. Please eat a lot of fruit. You know why fruit is very important. Fruit is very important because number one, fruit contains a lot of vitamins. Remember,
Yeah.
we spoke about stress and all that. We've gone through stress all the day, and there are a lot of free radicals in your body. And then fruit contains a lot of vitamins like vitamin C, that's like an antioxidant that mop up every free radicals in your body. Also, before I forget, please, if you if you are an immigrant and you are in a country where compared to where you have come from, the sunlight is not it's not so great compared to where please take vitamin D. Please take vitamin
Mm.
D. Please take vitamin D. Very important.
Mm.
Many people are running on low vitamin D and they don't know it because their skin. And you also know that. Yeah, I don't want to go into that, but take vitamin D. Take vitamin D. Please take vitamin D. Take supplements. Take supplements. And because the food chain in the world is going right now. Sometimes difficult to get fresh food. Even with the way our,
Yeah.
our, our lifestyle is, I'll just cook it, I'm just refrigerate it, put it in the freezer, and just microwave.
Hmm.
And gradually it's losing the nutrients and the micronutrients that you need in your body. Take supplements.
Yeah.
Please take supplements. Supplement is going to help you augment the nutrients that you're missing. There are a lot of cheap. You can go to your local shop. You don't need prescription for that. Get supplements. Use
Mm.
supplements religiously. It's so important. It's so important. It's so important. Yeah, I can't really tell you what to eat and what not to eat, but make sure what you are eating contains every class of food, protein, carbohydrate in the right proportion. Yeah, you all need that for you. And please take a lot of water. Guilty as charged. I'm guilty of this as well. Take a lot of water. Take a lot of water. Most of your body is made up of water. You need fluid. You need a lot of fluid to, yeah, take a lot of water. Yeah, there's really nothing much to talk about food, but the most important thing about the food is that, and it also depends on your right. So it also depends on the kind of condition that you have. See, I usually say this way, even though nobody's diabetic in my family or I'm not predisposed to having diabetes or stuff like that, but please regulate your sugar intake. Especially when you're getting older, regulate your sugar intake. Regulate your sugar intake. Like the analogy of the horse that I gave earlier, when you overwork the horse, you can break the horse down. So don't overwork your pancreas, okay? Regulate what you eat. Don't take don't take a lot of sugar, okay? Stay healthy. Avoid fizzy drinks. Avoid fizzy drinks. You know what I mean? Fizzy drinks, any drink that you open and do shh. Anything that you open and do shh, that's a fizzy drink. Avoid fizzy drinks. Avoid unhealthy stuff. You see, there is something called. Can you hear me? Okay. Okay, I know I've frozen again. Okay. So there's something called the compound effect. Compound effect. It's doing something, no matter how little it is, over a long period of time can have a negative effect on you. Either good or hello. Oh, you can hear me. Okay. So I'm saying there's something called compound effect. So when you do something, a particular thing, over a long period of time, no matter how small the habit is, but you're doing over a long period of time, it has the capacity to have a negative consequence on your health. For example, oh my God, I love Coca Cola so much. Oh no, no, no! I don't want to use any product. Why did I mention Coca Cola? I love this particular drink so much. It's very sugary. I know it's not healthy for me, but I drink it every morning. I drink it every morning. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So if I
Hmm.
calculate it, then that's also based on how much calorie I'm burning over the day. Imagine somebody like me that's working from home. I don't do anything. I'm sitting from home and I'm drinking the physics Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. That's the song, yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. Yeah. Imagine what's going to happen to me over a long period of time. I've done that for 10 years. That can have a very, very devastating effect on my health. So basically, please don't overdo it. Yep.
Hmm. Hmm.
Yep.
Thank you very much, sir. So about diets, it's knowing what we put in, the effect of it inside us, and
Yeah.
then how we excrete or how we put out the excesses,
Mm-hmm.
ensuring that we don't have deficit, especially if we want to have a deficit, let it be outside your body, not inside your body. You know, deficit in terms of low or in terms of
Mm-hmm.
high, is dangerous. Thank you very much, sir. And also the place of supplements. And one of the things you said that really got me is genetics is like loading a gun. You know, whether
Lifestyle.
you load it or not,
Mhm.
it's fine. But so far you don't pull the trigger. So the trigger is our own
Lifestyle
diet,
choices.
our lifestyle choices. So it's just an excuse for you to think something happened in your family, and then you think it's going to happen and you're not doing anything about it. You know, it's just an excuse to do what you're not supposed to do. Thank you
Mm-hmm.
very much, sir. So we go into the next one: chronic illnesses, predisposing factors, and prevention. We know that men have been a nurse for just a short time, and I've seen the rate at which men will just walk into the hospital. Some of them just walk in to come and check their blood pressure, or probably they are even a friend to the doctor. They just came to say hello to their friend in the hospital, and then something happens. You have to check their blood pressure. They start like at that point we have to admit them into the hospital. Like you can't go home, you know. And before you know it, just from a casual visit starts becoming something that Baba is in the hospital for 1 month. It becomes a chronic illness. Like I was just walking past, I was just driving my car, or some of them would just say, I just fell off the staircase, and then before you know it, stroke. Something has been happening before. Chronic illnesses. Can you talk more about it to us, sir?
Yes. Oh, it's so important, and it's so important. Prevention is better than cure. Prevention is
Mm,
better than cure, and in some cases it's not preventable, but early detection can save your life. So where
mm,
it is not preventable, early detection is so important. Early detection. See,
mm.
you cannot even you cannot really overemphasize. You cannot really overemphasize the importance of early detection. And people usually
Protection.
say that, come on, what you don't know will not kill you. Oh boy, which is actually what you don't know that will actually kill you. Because if
That
you
will
don't
kill
know
you
something, yeah,
silently.
something is killing you silently on the inside. If you don't know, um, yeah. Right. So men are susceptible to certain healthcare conditions influenced by their genetics, their lifestyle, hormonal differences. Okay. So the first one is the cardiovascular diseases such as
Mm,
stroke, heart attack, stroke, high blood pressure. Yep. So these are the three major ones that I want to speak about. Hmm.
mm.
A gentleman, Mr. A, look very fit and healthy, but we just heard bad news that it dropped. It dropped. Very
Hmm.
sad. It dropped dead. What really happened? What really happened? Was it something that started in that minute and it dropped dead, or was it something that has been happening has been happening over time?
Hmm.
So it is something definitely that's been happening over time. Okay, it didn't
Yeah.
just happen at a time. Okay, you see, for every disease there is a symptom, and sorry, for every symptom there's an underlying cause. All right, for every
Mm.
symptom there's an underlying cause. Sometimes many people treat a symptom, but not taking the extra step to investigating the cause. For
What is
example, oh,
happening?
I've noticed I've been having headache here. I've not, but I'm just giving an example. So I've been having
Yeah,
headache on
yeah,
one side of my
yeah.
head, for the past 1 week. I'm just taking paracetamol and it's fine. It comes and goes. But then I should like take initiative to say, okay, can something be wrong here? Okay, so
Mm,
while it is important to manage the symptoms, it is much more important to check the underlying cause. Right. So
mm,
the pretty predisposing factor to, apart from genetics, to cardiovascular diseases, smoking. Smoking.
mm.
Mhm. Mhm. Smoking. You know, yeah, smoking causes a lot of things. Okay, apart from affecting your cardiovascular health, it can also cause cancer. Quite a lot of things. Right. High cholesterol. High
Mm,
cholesterol. High cholesterol. A lot of people, like, if their food is not very oily, they would not eat it. I love it fried. I love it oily. You have to, yeah, you have to. What's the word now? You have to bleach the oil, and
mm,
all that. Yeah, high cholesterol, obesity, stress, and hereditary family history. So what are the symptoms? Um, Chest pain. So I've been having this chest pain. You're having the chest pain. Please go and check it out. Actually, chest pain is one of the things that you want to check immediately. You don't want to, even though it
yeah.
is not out later, you want to check, go to the doctor immediately, because it might be something very, very severe going on behind your skin that you don't know, behind your chest that you don't know. Shortness of
Mm,
breath. Oh, come on. My lungs does not recoil like it used to recoil. I don't recover from.
mm,
Come on, I'm climbing. I used to climb stairs fine before, but now I'm struggling to climb the
mm,
stairs. What is going on? Irregular heartbeat. So nowadays, we have a lot of technology that can actually aid us to actually live healthy. We have our, what's it called, our smart watches. We have our Fitbits and stuff like that. If you actually check
yeah.
it, you can monitor your heart rate and your heart rhythm. Yeah. Um. So prevention. How do you prevent this? Regular exercises. Regular exercises.
Mm,
It's so interesting that the world has become less active. The
mm,
world generally has become less active. Oh, you want to go to the shop. You want to go to the shop. You ride your car. You drive your car.
mm,
You want to do this. You want to drop the kids in school. You drive your car. You want to do this. You drive your car. You are sitting. You are working from home. You don't longer move as much as you should. So
or
exercises.
you want to buy things, you order it online, they
Order it
bring
from
it to
Amazon.
you.
Yeah, exactly. Order it from Amazon. And okay, we don't move. You don't go to the gym. You don't go to the gym. And what I usually say, that actually be practical. Let's be practical here. What I usually
Mm,
say is this. Honestly, you can do it. You don't have to go to the gym. I know there's time and all. I don't have to go to the gym if you
yeah.
can't. But if you can, that'll be great. But if you can't, what you can do is you can just develop the habit. Things like doing push-ups in the house. 50-50
Mm,
a day, and do it consistently. Even if you work from home, or if you are not working from home, step up from that desk and take a walk. Okay, count your
mm,
steps. Set a goal. 10,000 steps a day, 100,000 steps a day, 5,000. Just set a goal, and just keep
mm,
your body moving. Keep your body moving. It's very important. Healthy diet. Healthy diet.
mm,
Low food that have low saturated fat, and
mm,
eat more fruits and vegetables and all
mm,
grains. Yeah, eat more fruit and vegetable, and let the vegetable be more than the fat and the carbohydrate, please. Avoid
mm,
smoking and excess alcohol. All right?
mm,
Avoid smoking and excess alcohol. Wow. So the next one actually is a very big one as well. Very, very big one. And early detection can actually save life. And I can also apart from saving life, can also improve or maintain a quality of life. So, because sometimes if you don't,
mm,
what I'm about to talk about, so prostate, prostate.
mm.
If you don't know what prostate is, after this call, you can Google it. You will know what it is. I don't want to go into that because that's going to take me. It's not easy to explain that. Yeah, it's going to take me away from. Yeah, time is nearly gone. So, right, prostate cancer. I remember.
Mm,
I remember in, was it, which World Cup? Was it 2022 World Cup? Was it 2022 or 2024 World Cup? I can remember it very well because this happened during the World Cup. I can't remember the World Cup it was then. My grandfather, my grandpa died, and actually died of prostate
mm,
cancer. It was
mm,
really, really bad. Then, died of prostate cancer. And then I realized that actually doing research about prostate cancer, and I realized that even it was actually detected earlier. Was a young man,
mm,
fit, Just all of a sudden started limping, he couldn't walk. What's going on? What's going on? He went to the hospital. What's going on? What's going on? He's got prostate cancer. What's going on? What's going on? It's in the end stage.
Wow.
It's in the end stage. So what I'm trying to say here is early detection is so important. As in early detection is so important. See, okay, so let's stick to the notes. Right, so prostate
Mm,
cancer, prostatitis, benign prostate hyperplasia, BPH. That's basically anything, any all the conditions they're affecting. So, what are the risk factors? So, age. So, 50 years and above. Okay. If you're a young man, that does not mean you don't do checkup on that. But yeah, 50 years and above. And family history, diet. You listen to this. Diet high
mm,
in red meat and fat. Diet that is diet that is high in red meat, red
mm,
meat and fat, yeah, can predispose you to prostate issues. Oh,
mm,
symptoms. So if you find yourself that, come on, what's going on? Over the night, I've woken up like 6 times to go and wee. Something is going on. So urinary urgency or
mhm,
frequency. I can't hold. Come on, I've just drank 1 cup of water, and now I'm struggling to hold my bladder. If I don't go quickly, I'm going to wear myself basically. Urinary
mm,
urgency or urinary frequency, then you need to go and check it. You need to go and check it. Don't keep it. You need to go and check it. So difficulty starting. So you find out that you want to go to the toilet to go and have a wee, and you are standing there for a while to get your urine out. You are finding it so difficult to do a pee basically. To do a wee, you're finding it so difficult. To start the urination, to stop it as well, and also urinary dribbling. So you think you think you're done, and you're walking away from the toilet, and you realize that it's still, whoa, I've wet myself basically. Okay, still dribbling. All right. So those can be pointers. Pelvic pain as well. So if you're having pelvic pain, lower abdominal pain, yeah, that can also be a pointer to prostate issues. So urinary urgency, urinary frequency, urinary urgency is like you have the urge, you have to go now. Now, if you don't go now, the feeling like it's coming out now, and then the frequency usually we overnight 2 times a night or 2 times during the night or once or not even at all, but now you're doing it 6 times, multiple times. Then that can be a pointer. Low pelvic pain, also urinary dribbling. Yeah, you thought you're done with urination, but you find out that you wet afterwards. Now, how do you prevent this? PSA test. All right, PSA test. This is so important. This is so important. You can start doing it at the age of 50, but if you realize that somebody in your family, your father, your grandfather, your great grandfather has had it before, then you can do it earlier. Okay, so this PSA test helps to detect, you know, a prostate issue. So healthy diet and with antioxidants, tomatoes, with fruits and stuff like that. Right. Okay. See, this third one is a big one. It's a big one. Okay. And this is so linked with our mental health, and it's actually so sensitive to talk about erectile dysfunction. Hmm. Erectile
mm.
dysfunction. Yeah, I know. This can be hard to talk about. But what are the causes of erectile dysfunction? Diabetes, cardiovascular diseases, stress, hormonal imbalance, on medications. Can be actually some side effect of some medication. So that's why it might be
Mm,
as easy as simple as changing your medication can actually cure erectile dysfunction.
mm,
So the symptoms, difficulty achieving or maintaining an erection. All right. So difficulty achieving or maintaining an erection. That can be the symptoms of erectile dysfunction. So maintaining healthy weight, active lifestyle. These are the things that you can do to prevent it. So managing stress, seek treatment for underlying medical condition. Like I said, we are not just focusing on the symptoms, what is on the
mhm,
surface. We are focusing on the root cause of it. All right. So it's not just about taking medication. I know now the Viagra is like over the counter. Just taking no.
mm,
Go and check what is the underlying cause of the erectile dysfunction. Okay.
mm,
Testicular
mm,
cancer. People that it now testicular cancer. Many of these diseases are from the old age 50 and above, but this one it can happen from 15. and occur
Mm.
as young as 15 years. So this can literally happen to anybody.
Wow.
Um, yeah, all descended testicles, family history. So basically, women are so good with their health. I must give it to them. They're so good with their health, and most women, not all women though. When it comes to like checking the breast and feeling the breast for lumps or any irregularities, any abnormality in the they can easily feel that. All right.
Mm.
Also because of the anatomical position as well, it can easily detect that.
Yeah.
But for men, it should do basically the same thing with the testicles. Yes,
Mm.
it should do the same thing with the testicles. Feeling it, examine it. As simple as feeling it and noticing if there's any lump, if it is regular or not, can all actually tell you that something is wrong. And early detection can actually help. Swelling, lumps, pain. Pain in the testicular area can actually be a pointer to something wrong with your testicles. And so prevention is regular examination, seek medical advice for any abnormalities.
Mm.
Okay.
Mm.
Um, right. So there are quite a lot of them. Okay, let me just say this one, and I think I'll just stop there. There's quite a lot of them. So if
Mm.
you're in the UK, I would advise going to the NHF website to check more on that. If you are in Nigeria, probably the Ministry of Health in Nigeria, or I think it is the CDC in the United States. Regardless of where you are, I'm sure there's um there are platforms where you can get information as regarding um common diseases that a man or a person generally can suffer and the symptoms and how to prevent that. I also want to speak actually. This one is very big. Diabetes, type 2 diabetes. Type 2
Mm.
diabetes, yeah. This actually is a lot of people don't know they're diabetic until something happens. They went to the hospital for something else and just the routine check just discovered that, oh, sir, you're diabetic. Your blood sugar is not normal. But if you have been going, please, I'm still going back to this. Please, I'm still going back. I'm also guilty of this as well. I'm still going back. Please, just once a year at least, blood check. Okay, blood workup. Just go to your doctor, your GP. Tell the doctor you want to do. They know exactly what to do. Okay, they will do LFT. They will do your full blood counts. They'll do everything basically for you to check your if there's any abnormality in your blood range and all that, and they can advise for that investigation. So basically, sedentary lifestyle. Well, not sedentary lifestyle. It just basically means that you are no longer active. Okay, you're no longer
Mm.
active. Like I said earlier, car, work from home, you're sitting down. You don't move as you should. Diet, sugar, sugar, high carbs diet. Okay, please, your body would only take what it needs. Your body would only
Mm.
take what it needs. And the rest is going to push, you're going to store somewhere in your body. And your so basically, let's talk a little bit about diabetes. Your body, your pancreas secrete insulin, and insulin is what converts the free sugar in your body. Okay, and then there's something called glucagon that converts the glycogen back into glucose. So when your body needs it, blah blah blah. So what is that? What happens when in diabetes? Diabetes is when probably you have predisposing factor to diabetes in your family, somebody has had it, and then you are also not mindful of your lifestyle choices. Remember the gun, loading up the gun and pulling the trigger,
Mhm.
and put
Yeah.
right. So you're not also monitoring what you're putting into your body. What's happening now is that you are overworking your pancreas. Right. Uh,
Mm.
I remember my car. My car. So my car, I really feel for my car at some point because there was like 2 years ago, last year, 2 years ago, I was traveling a lot. Literally, if I'm going to
Mm.
Wales, I'm going to Scotland, I'm traveling a lot. Oh, I'm looking at
Mm.
my mileage. I bought the car when it was about 18,000 miles, and I used it about 3,000 miles within 6 months. I was feeling
Oh,
so sorry for
wow.
my car because I know I'm overusing the car. Like this
Mm.
car deserves more than this. I love this car so much. It deserves more than this, but I'm overusing the car. Okay, so I know that the car, if I continue like that, the car is going to break down. No matter how good the car is, it's going to break down. Same with our body. Please don't overwork your pancreas. Please pity Mr. Pancreas. It's doing a lot. It's so important for us, Mr. Pancreas. So let us pity him or her or it. Symptoms include So now you feel like you need to drink. You're drinking water. You're feeling thirsty. You're drinking water. Then it's not even quenching your thirst. Sign of diabetes. Frequent urination.
Mm.
Sign of diabetes. Fatigue. Blood vision. So prevention, maintain
Mm.
healthy diet. Diet is everything. High fiber,
Mm.
low sugar diet. Exercise regularly. Monitor your blood sugar. Monitor your blood sugar. Monitor your blood sugar, and that can be done also with your regular yearly checkup with your doctors.
Mm. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you
Yes,
so
man.
much. I'm sure that, especially when it comes to, like, frequent urination, all these symptoms that probably we don't pay attention to, especially in our men, in our probably our dads. Let me first start with the older generation. Then even some people probably, if you're noticing something, probably your husband or whatever. This is the time to take the bold step and go and what is going on. It is
Mm,
hard to face what's going on, but it is better for your own health. Early detection is the best in everything. So we'll go to the next one, which I feel like, when it comes to, we can't talk about men's health without talking about it, which is
mm,
the sexual health and relationships.
mm.
So what is it about sexual health with men? How can we ensure that when it comes to that aspect of their health, they are they are healthy? Let me just use that word. They are healthy, and also what to look out for. What are the things that probably we need to look out for in I know you've mentioned erectile dysfunction, which I know is just one of those
Yeah.
things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. This one is yeah. Again, this is one of the ones that as a man, you don't yeah. Everyone talk about sexual health. Yeah. The first thing about before talking about sexual health in terms of the function and the normal function, which is the physiology of the male reproductive system. First thing is about actually the sexual diseases. Okay. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. And a lot of people don't And I don't, there are a lot of them. HIV/AIDS is one of them. Gonorrhea, there are quite a lot of them. What are the symptoms? How do you detect this? Okay, Eh, so the best thing, okay, is early detection. Like I said, doing routine checkup. Okay, yeah, right. So I'm just trying to open my note now. I've
Okay,
got a
sir.
few. Yeah. Okay. Right. So I was mentioning about sexual health, safe practices. Okay, safe practices. And the best one is people that think having single sexual partner. Okay, you're having
Mm,
single sexual partner. So the more the sexual partner, the more you are predisposing yourself to sexual diseases. So having a single
mm,
sexual partner, and also they are even if you are going to have multiple sexual, I can't believe I'm saying this, but if you are going to have multiple sexual partners, use protection, right? Use protection.
mm,
Yeah, use protection. Yeah. Things like condom can prevent STIs, okay, sexually transmitted diseases, and regular screening. Yeah. Okay. So now let's talk about the major one. Okay, the major one that yeah. 1 second. My tab is just locking every time. I don't know what's wrong with it. Bear with me. I don't know if you can hear the kid crying at the background. I'm sorry about that.
mm.
All right.
It's a sign
Okay.
of healthy living.
Elder living. Right. Okay. So we've we've mentioned erectile dysfunction. Um, so erectile dysfunction and the causes are like things like I'll actually jump that premature ejaculation, premature
Mm,
ejaculation. Premature ejaculation. Okay. So what is premature ejaculation? Premature ejaculation is ejaculating prematurely, basically. Okay.
mm,
Ejaculating prematurely, within a few seconds of starting sexual intercourse. Okay. And this is what's the disclaimer now? For adults, okay, adult conversation. If you have a child there, want to
yeah.
stop here, yeah.
The video is even for adults alone,
It's for
so
adults
kids
only. Okay,
cannot
that's
watch
great. That's great. Yeah, that's great. So, things like I saw. I'm going to come to that shortly. So premature ejaculation. So basically, what premature ejaculation means is that just few seconds into sexual intercourse, um, you know, ejaculating, all right,
Mm,
ejaculating, not being able to maintain erection for a while, and that can actually affect the relationship with your spouse, and also affect your confidence, and also your mental health as well. So what are the causes
mm,
of this? Anxiety. You see, everything is tied all together: anxiety and stress. And biological factors such as hormonal imbalance. Yeah, men also have hormones and neurotransmitter issues. Please, can I also say this quickly? I don't know if it's a podcast I'll call it now, of a man who is a doctor saying that men are meant to have sex multiple times in a week or in a month to prevent prostate issue. Please, there's not research, there's not evidence to back that up. That is not true. Okay, so he said clearly. I've heard him say it several times, and even on the news and in the media, I saw that men are meant to have sex multiple times, and if you can't get that from one single partner, yeah, you can do that. No, that's not. There is no research or evidence to back. That is
mm,
not true. It's a lie and it is misleading. Okay, that's
mm,
just to put that there. There's no evidence at all anywhere in the world to back what he just said, what he's saying up. Right, low sexual drive. Low sexual drive. So if you're a man, you just notice that, man, you don't feel like doing it. You don't even want to do it. Yeah, you don't want to do it. You can live without it. Yeah, you've not done it. You have low sexual drive. What are the causes? Low testosterone levels. And these as well can also be treated. Chronic stress and fatigue, relationship issues or mental health challenges. So, okay, so your mental health, okay, anxiety, depression can affect your sexual drive. Treatment, hormonal replacement therapy, if clinically indicated, addressing underlying emotional or relationship issues. Okay, again, addressing the underlying factors, not just gulping in Viagra, gulping in medication. What is the cause? You want to find out what is the cause of the low libido, they call it, or low sexual drive. Right. Let's go to a very sensitive one as well. Infertility. Infertility. Please, please, when a man and a woman partners are trying to conceive, to have a baby, and there has been issue with conception, it's not just the problem of the woman. It's not the problem of the woman. Again, I'm an African man. Like, it's the woman want to check yourself. No, it's not just the problem of the woman. The problem might also be coming from the man. Okay, so don't just tell the woman to go and see a mental health practitioner, or to go and see a gynecologist. The man is also need. The problem might be coming from the man, is what I'm trying to say. So what are the causes? Low sperm count. Okay, low sperm count. Basically, if the number of sperm that you're producing is not enough to fertilize the ovary in the woman, look, that's what it's called, low sperm count. Um, Lifestyle factors such as smoking, alcohol use, and obesity. Medical conditions such as infection, STIs can actually affect cause infertility. Treatment, lifestyle modification, medical intervention such as surgeries or assisted reproductive technique can be used to help with dealing with that. Right. So let me just talk about what can be done. What can be done. What can be done to promote sexual health. One, healthy lifestyle. Exercise regularly. It's so interesting that um your sexual health your sexual health is well enhanced when you are very active. Yeah, when you're very
mm,
active in terms of you're exercising regularly. Balanced diet, I would overflog that again. Sleep well. Okay, regular checkup, annual checkup at least. Check up with your urologist, or do regular checkup. Hormonal assessment, mental health support. Okay, if you realize that your sexual health is linked with your mental health, please get the appropriate mental health. And just like mental health and sexual health, these two things, men don't like to speak about it. Okay, so the
mm,
other the other way to
mm.
to you know to treat this, or to prevent this, is open communication. So talk openly with your
Yeah.
partner about your desires and boundaries and concerns. Speak with your partner, speak with your GP, with your healthcare professional. Okay, seek couple counseling for relationship, with for sexual issues that is linked to your relationship. Counseling can help with that.
Mm,
Okay, right. So when do you need to seek help? Erectile dysfunction is persisting, and your sexual performance with your partner is reduced. Pain when during sexual intercourse. Symptoms of STI include like discharge. You find out that discharge. You're having pain and sore when having sexual intercourse. Difficulty in conceiving after a year of unprotected sexual intercourse. So when you're experiencing this, it might be time for you to seek help for your sexual health. Thank you.
Mm. Wow, thank you very much, sir. You've done justice. I mean, you've done more than justice to that. And like you said, this is what men don't want to talk about. Probably it's ego, or maybe they are just shy, or
Yes,
whatever.
to defend the men, to defend the men, to be fair to the men, we are quite embarrassed about it, We're quite embarrassed. We don't want to talk about it. We want help, but we are quite embarrassed. Imagine going to,
Mm,
imagine going to the hospital to talk about it. Yeah, it feels like you're not man enough, you're embarrassed. Yeah, that's why.
mm.
That's why. So bear with us.
Hopefully, hopefully, anybody that probably has one or two issues, I would say yes, you're embarrassed, but which one is more embarrassing?
Mm.
Choose your embarrassment. It's embarrassing,
Exactly, exactly. Yeah.
it's embarrassing, but
Choose
it's
your
just
choose.
like
Yeah, yeah.
I was reading a book recently, and then it says that there's actually that embarrassment that comes from you asking questions about something you don't know, which I
Mm.
agree, yes, but which one is even more embarrassing? Is it that I'm embarrassed, I ask a question, I get the knowledge, I'm more empowered? That embarrassment is just for a short while, it's just short
Yeah,
lived. It's
it's
not
true.
as long as
Yeah.
keeping
Which,
it
which,
to
which
myself.
which one is more
The problem
difficult?
is still persisting.
Ignorance or knowledge? Which one is more difficult? Poverty
Thank
or being financially free? Which one is more? Yeah, yeah, I
Exactly.
understand. Yeah, yeah.
So choose. I would just advise anybody. It is embarrassing, but these are the hard part of life. These are the hard conversations you need to have. So yeah, go to the doctor, speak to your partner about it. Don't use fasting to cover up what is going on. I'm fasting. Will not do this. If there's a problem, talk. Thank you very
Exactly.
much, sir. So quickly, we'll go into sleep and rest. You actually mentioned it. You said about just balancing things off when it comes to just some men are just always on the go. Even I think somebody has even always said it that even when they feel like, even when there is a one job can take care of everything, they still want to do more just
More
because they want
money.
to feel capable of doing everything. So
Mm,
sir, can you tell us about sleep and rest?
yeah. Sleep and rest is so important. Sleep and rest is so
Mm,
important. Um, what is sleep? What is sleep? Sleep is sleeping. Okay. Sleep is
mm,
sleeping. You see, I've done night shift and I'm sleeping. Probably I had a little bit of break, and I sleep during the day. In general, that's not even compared to sleeping at night. Yeah,
mm.
that's not compared to sleeping at night. So what does sleep do? Sleep is just to rejuvenate you. Okay, to for your body
Yeah.
to go into hibernation mode. Think about your computer going to imagine you turn on your computer every time. It's going to
Mm,
lifespan is going to yeah. So quality sleep helps recover or restore energy, repairs tissue. Okay, quality sleep quality. You see, when a person is not, you will be so when a person is critically ill and they're in the hospital, you realize that I'm in addition to the medication that the person has been prescribed, in addition to the therapy that the person has been prescribed, you realize that one thing that is also very important that will be advised is rest.
mm,
Rest. Rest is so important. So because it helps us to repair our tissue, it helps to restore our energy level and regulate critical body function. It helps to
mm,
so what are the benefits? Your physical health, your immune functioning, your health, your weight management, muscle recovery. It helps your mental function as well, your cognitive function, your mood regulation, creativity, and also your life expectancy. Prevent chronic diseases, sleep, prevent. Remember what I said earlier, that research has proven that people who do night shift, people who do night shifts, their life expectancy is reduced significantly just due to that.
mm,
Proved by research. You can go and check it, Google it, use Google Scholar, or use if you have access to all this um, database, you can check it. So, right, what are the
mm.
sleep requirements? Sleep requirements. I'll just quickly go through it. This might help somebody. I know we are all adults that are listening, but this might help somebody for your children. I would go from adult to to from infants to adults. For infants, that's 4 to 12 months. I wish I can do this, but I can't. Yeah, 12 to 16 hours of sleep. Oh, 12 to
Wow.
16 hours of sleep. Yeah,
Wish.
they need that. 12 to 16 hours of sleep. Toddlers, that's 1 to 2 years. They need about 11 to 14 hours of sleep.
Hmm.
Preschoolers, that's 3 to 5 years. Oh my God, they need about 10 to 13 hours of sleep. School age, which is 6 to 12 years, 9 to 12 hours of sleep. Teenagers, 13 to 18. No, no, this is about 18 to 13 to 18 years. They need about 8 to 10 hours of sleep. Adults,
Wow.
18 to 64 years, you need about 7 to 9 hours of sleep. And they say on the average you can sleep at least 6 hours. Sleep 6 hours, okay? And sometimes even myself, I find it difficult. Oh
I'm
my
going
God.
to sleep immediately after this live video.
Yeah, yeah. And that's for people that rise up early, sleep early. Sleep. There's a saying that
Hmm.
says when you sleep early, to rise up early, you sleep early, something like that. So you sleep
Early
early,
to bed, early to rise.
that's it. Early to bed, early to rise. That's it. Early to bed, early to rise. So you sleep. So sleep is so important. Honestly, sleep is so important, and sleep can actually imagine after. Let me just address men. Let me just address men a little bit. Men want to
Hmm.
work, provide for the family, and all that. Honestly, man, I don't want to work with my next of kin. Really, imagine after all the work, after all the accolades, all the achievements, everything, the money in the bank, and blah blah blah, and now you're not healthy, or because you've done night shift for such a long period of time, or you've been sleep deprived for such a long period of time, you've been combining multiple jobs for such a long period of time, and now your life expectancy. What I mean by life expectancy is how long you're going to live, or the quality of that life. So life expectancy is
Hmm.
not just about how long you live. Yeah, that is it. How long you live, that's number one. And also your life, the quality of your life. Imagine getting to
Hmm.
the 50 mark, okay, and now you are seeing a lot of chronic disease popping up from everywhere. Cancer. Oh my God, where is it coming from? But when it comes to your health, the past always shapes the future. The past
Hmm.
always shapes the future. So the past always shapes the future. You cannot say, I want to just start, I know you're 50 now, oh, let me just start living healthy. But then your young age for the past 30, 40 years, you've been living not so healthy. So I know that's if they go into this, it's not too late, but just be aware that the past always shapes the future. So sleep is so
Hmm.
important. So common sleep disorder, insomnia. So if you find that you're not sleeping properly at night, you have disturbed sleep pattern, you're waking up properly, and you find it difficult to go back to sleep, insomnia, please see your doctor. This one is actually very important. Honestly, I found snoring, snoring is might not be a problem, but there's some snoring
Hmm.
that is a problem. Yeah, yeah. So sleep apnea. Sleep apnea is
Hmm.
basically you sleeping at some point during your sleep, not breathing, basically doing something like
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
that can be that can affect your sleep, and that can also be very dangerous as well. If you notice that, just go speak to your GP, and just a simple CPAP machine or a device can help with that. Loud snoring, gasping during sleep, and also you notice that you've slept for 6 hours or 7 hours, but you're still tired during the day. You don't feel refreshed after
Hmm.
waking up. Something you might just not sometimes, because sometimes when we are sleeping and we actually having sleep apnea and several difficulties when we are sleeping, we don't know if we don't monitor it. So if you notice that you don't feel refreshed when you wake up, then you can actually monitor. There are several
Hmm.
devices to monitor your sleep. You can also tell your partner, just monitor what's going on, just monitor when I'm sleeping. I think there's something wrong,
Hmm.
and they can pick that up for you. Yeah,
Hmm.
restless leg syndrome, uncontrollable urge to move
Mhm.
your leg, often accompanied by discomfort. Treatment, lifestyle changes, medication, or treatment, underlying conditions, certain that can affect, that can cause sleep disorder. What are the tips? Go to bed, wake up at the same time every day. So have routines. Go to bed at certain time in the day, and wake up at certain time of the day. Create relaxing pre-sleep pattern or ritual, they call it, like reading, meditating, having a bath, a warm bath or a soak bath, reading a book, meditating, doing having something that helps you sleep. Optimizing your sleep environment. Make your bedroom very attractive. Make your bedroom very
Mm.
attractive. Make it a place where you long to. Oh, my soft bed. I just can't wait after the busy day. I can't wait to come back home to come and sleep. Make your bedroom very attractive and very comfortable. And check the temperature in your bedroom. Don't make it too hot or too cold. Yeah, blackouts as well can help, can aid sleep. You know, yeah, blackouts. Prevents it. I know we're in the UK. Summer sometimes difficult to sleep. Them quiet. You can plug your ears if you find difficult to sleep. Please, I know we drink coffee a lot. Please avoid coffee and nicotine and stuff that can be like stimulants close to bedtime. Okay? You can use blue light filter if necessary. Regular exercise as well can help with improving your sleep. Um, so practice relaxation technique before going to bed, like mindfulness and meditation, deep breathing exercise and stuff like that before you go to bed can help as well. And if you find difficulty sleeping and you feel tired, you don't feel refreshed when you wake up, despite sleeping for a long time during the night, please seek medical help. Please seek medical help. Thank you. Okay. Can you hear me? Um, okay. Yes. Can you hear me? Are you there? Okay. Okay, that's it. Yeah. Mhm.
Not even.
Mm, mm. Great. Great. Yeah, this is a very tough question. And it's quite, I know it's something that touch all of us. Huh. You see, work-life balance is so important. So let me just go through what I've got written down. So work-life balance refers to the ability to, when you are able to allocate time and energy effectively between work responsibility and your personal life. Please, many people find it very difficult to switch off between when even outside of work hours, they find out that they are carrying their work into their personal time. The contractual hours is 37.5 hours or 40 hours a week, but you find yourself still carrying work to the house. Okay, is it carrying is it carrying work to the house? That is not. You need to speak to your manager. You need to speak to them at work about that. That is it's not sustainable. It's not sustainable. On the long run, it can affect your health. So basically, when it comes to work-life balance, about allocation of time. Allocation of time. When it's outside of work, this family time. This is my own personal time. Okay, I know. I understand that sometimes and it shouldn't be the regular occurrence. I know that sometimes when there are times when we carry work task to the house to do. That is fine, but it shouldn't be a regular occurrence. Else, there won't
Mm.
be a separation between your work and your life.
Life.
Your life. Now, let's go
Mm.
to people. A lot of people work flexible hours that they don't have contractual hours. Like working 37 hours, 37.5 hours a week. They basically choose when they want to work. and they actually realize that they work more than 40 hours a week.
mm,
Please, what you can do, you see, I usually say it this way. I love this quote so much, and that quote again. If you cannot account for it, you cannot manage it. All right? If you cannot account for it, you cannot manage it. So know that, all right, in a week, I have so and so hours. I want to devote just 40 hours of my life every week, or 37.5 hours every week, to working. All right, and I'm willing. So that's about 5 hours, and I'm willing to give extra 3 hours out of my own personal time to work, and nothing more. Nothing more. If the work is not done outside of those time, I'm going to turn it off. I'm going to carry it to the next day.
mm,
Some of the issues
mm,
is that sometimes you see, sometimes most of us, either we are overworking ourselves, doing extra jobs, extra shift and stuff like that, or we are not speaking up. We're not speaking up. See, I realize
mm,
where I'm working now. I realize that actually they are so big on your personal time, your work not encouraging to your personal
mm.
time, because they know that affects your productivity and affects your health, and it
Yeah.
also affects staff retention. They know it affects staff
Mm,
sickness on in the long run. So it's not even, you're not even doing
mm,
your workplace a favor. You are doing them a disservice, really. So it's about the allocation of time between your work, and find the balance between your work and your professional. Um, why does this matter? It can affect your physical health. It can affect your mental well-being. It can affect actually your
mm,
productivity at work. Affect your relationship. Affect your
mm,
affect your relation with your family and your children, and your marriage. So risk of imbalance can cause stress and burnout. Yeah, stress and burnout. Stress and burnout. Remember, we spoke about that in the mental health side of things. Decreased job satisfaction and productivity. So, what are the signs? What are the signs that something is wrong with my work-life balance? Number one, frequently working overtime is very obvious. Okay, you are feeling overwhelmed and stressed.
mm,
Neglecting your hobbies and your relationship, or you don't even look after yourself anymore. What's up with you,
mm,
Shagun? What's up with you, Shagun? Why have you not shipped? What's going on? You don't. What's going on? Yeah. So neglecting hobbies and self care, experiencing physical symptoms like fatigue, headache, sleep disturbance. What are the strategies? What are the strategies that you can use? One, time management. Okay, managing your time
mm,
appropriately. Time management, prioritizing your work. So when you're at work, really really work, and when you're at home, really really be at home. Okay, don't be
mm,
absent. Even yeah. Set boundaries.
mm,
Define work hours. Commit to starting and ending work at specific time. Do not carry time
mm,
into your personal time. If you do that, you are basically robbing yourself. Remember, you are paid per hour, and those hours you are putting into it, you are not getting paid
mm,
for it. And yeah, I'm not saying don't be. I'm not saying you should be mediocre at your workplace, but then it's going to affect your health, and it's going to affect your overall productivity. Yeah, self-care, look after yourself, and this on, I'll just say this lastly on this work life, but work is quite self-explanatory. um Please speak to your boss at work. I'm very sure at every workplace, they have like the occupational health, they have well-being center and well-being hub that can help to support you with that if you're struggling with achieving a work-life balance. I know some people,
mm,
even people who work in the healthcare setting, like nurses and doctors. They also, I know now they are big on having, at least having an okay and acceptable work-life balance, and not overworking yourself.
mm,
Because
mm.
when you burn out, that can in turn affect your mental and physical health.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you so much. So, just because we've so overshot this topic, I wish that I had an insight into how broad this is about. Probably would have divided it into maybe two parts, and then
Yes, yeah.
but anywho, we've started, and it's all right. Just very shortly, substance abuse, sir.
Mm.
um like, what is it? Because all these things, if they are not well managed, is either people go into people accept the negative that comes from you not managing, like you said, what you can't
Mm.
manage, or what you can account for you can't manage. So when things eventually happen, people have different modes or different way by which they react to
Coping
it.
mechanisms, yeah.
What is it about
Mm.
substance abuse?
Right. Some of abuse is that's under the mental health. But some of abuse, why do people use substances? People use substances as a coping mechanism sometimes. It's some of as a coping
Mm,
mechanism. So it's like harmful and excessive use of substance such as alcohol, prescription. People also abuse
mm,
medication as well. Okay?
mm,
Illicit
mm,
drugs. It can negatively impact your physical health and mental health. Yeah, we know that. Okay. So
mm,
why do people actually use substances? Stress and anxiety, depression.
mm,
Okay, people use it as a coping mechanism to mask. That's the word, to mask what they're going through. To mask what they're going through. Yeah, as a man, I still want to be a man. I'm having a lot of pain. But I still want to be a man. But I know that this pain is actually killing me on the inside. But then I need substances.
mm,
Okay, I can just take a bottle of something, or just smoke something, or just sniff something, or to help because society as well. Society, who is a man? Who is a man? It should be the
mm,
question. Who is a man? Who is a man, or
mm,
what is a man? What is a man? So these are the things that the pressure, the peer pressure, social influence, lack of support and network, easy access to substances, stress and anxiety, trauma, unresolved emotional pain. Unresolved emotional pain. Yeah, men go through pain as well. Okay? And when it's unresolved, like you can't talk about it. People even when you're talking about it to your friend, like, guy, what did they worry you? Sorry for using that
mm.
expression there, or that tone
Yeah.
of voice. Yeah. Yeah. That guy, what is wrong with you, man? Come on, check it off. Come on, man. Yeah, you can't be, yeah. Unresolved pain, emotional trauma can can result into substance use and substance abuse. Um, Also, research has actually proven that people are genetically predisposed, yeah, to substance
Mm.
abuse, yeah,
Wow.
yeah, and also early exposure. This is one of the reasons why it's very important to protect the young ones. Early exposure to substances early exposure to
Mm,
substances. Imagine you grow up in a there's high chances of a man that or a boy or a young boy that grew up with a father or a mother that abuse substances. That it's most likely that he or she is going to abuse substance as well. So yeah,
mm,
the upbringing also can also play a part in that. So all at the same time, just quickly, just to better time is gone now, nearly half eight. Neglecting responsibility and relationship, you no longer prioritize your bills. I would rather use my salary to buy alcohol or substances rather than pay my bills. Yeah,
mm, mm,
that's signs of behavioral signs of substance abuse. Increased isolation, risky behavior. Yeah. Obviously, if you're using a person that's using substance shouldn't be driving. So behaviors. Yeah. So physical signs, things that it can affect your physical health as well. Slot speech. It can affect your cognition and coordination. Deterioration in your physical appearance. Okay, it can also affect your physical appearance. Things like self neglect are the symptoms of substance abuse. Mood swings. You're paranoid. You're highly irritable, agitated. Increased tolerance and withdrawal symptoms. So, how do I know I've been abusing a substance? When I stop the substance, or when people try to stop the substance. And let me just say this: if you notice that you have been abusing a substance, this is not to judge you, okay? But this is to say to make you understand that actually there is help if you want help. There is help if you want help. So if you are abusing it, so I won't even advise you stop it abruptly. Because if you stop it abruptly, that can also have a very devastating effect on you. A person
mm,
that's dependent on alcohol for a long time, if you abruptly stop drinking or abruptly stop using the substance that I've been using, it can affect you. Speak to your GP about it. Speak to your GP about it. What are the consequences of substance abuse? Liver damage, heart disease, respiratory problem, increased predisposed to infection like HIV, hepatitis, and stuff like that. Cognitive decline and mental health disorder. It can affect your relationship with your family and your friends. Loss of job and education opportunity because it affects your productivity. Yes. So how do you overcome substance abuse? So recognizing is, recognize that it's a problem. Recognize that it's a
mm,
problem. If you don't recognize that it's a problem, you won't seek help. And if you don't seek help, um, it's very difficult to overcome it in that state and in that situation. So openly discussing with your friends, or with your pastor, or with your imam, or with your community leader, or with a charity, or with your GP. So openly discussing with them, and seeking therapy. There are different therapies that can help: group therapy, and peer groups, and cognitive behavioral therapy, the CBT, which is very effective. Medication also, they can give you medication to replace why you stop, why they wean you off the substances, to replace that, so we don't have any withdrawal symptoms. I think I'll just stop there for now. It's quite a lot, a lot of information there.
mm. Like like I said, like substance abuse itself is a very broad topic,
Very
and
broad, yeah.
sometimes people abuse substances and they don't even know they are already
Mhm.
abusing substances. And one of them is medication, just like you have mentioned. You know, probably just for the side effects of that medication, you just keep using it, and
Mm,
just all of
mhm,
that. Thank you
mhm,
so much, sir. Like tonight, tonight's webinar is so rich and awesome, and it also provided perspective into some things that probably are hidden from us, women, or hidden from other people, even men themselves, that probably are not well informed about their health. They don't know why certain things are happening, or they are not even informed about what could happen, if some things are not well managed. And prevention necessarily, early detection, and also not minding the embarrassment, just like Mr. Shegun said. Yes, it might be embarrassing to discuss some things, but what's more embarrassing? Is
mhm,
it keeping to yourself, suffering, or even in it leading to worst case scenarios, or you just be embarrassed for 5 minutes, and then at the end of probably few weeks you are better, or you are yes. So choose your embarrassment, make a choice, and then definitely your lifestyle choices are very important when it comes to managing your health, managing yourself. Enough of the excuses of it is genetics. Like we have learned today, genetics are just like you loading a gun, and your choices are like the trigger. So when I choose not to control this is what I get. Even though, yes, or when I choose to control this, I can actually change the course or change the results that I see. So what you essentially do is what brings about the results or the effects that you see in your body. And the way your body works, you cannot force it to take more than it's supposed to take. So if you take more than enough diet, it's going to use what it will use and just leave the rest somewhere. And all these things are like resultant effects. And going back to where Mr. Shegun started from, health is not just you being physically fit, waking up every morning, going out, coming back, paying bills. That is not just health. Everything has to be together. To ensure that to make sure that you are healthy according to WHO. Thank you so much, sir, for this evening, for the time that you have spent with us. Like, you did so much justice. You took your time, explained the layman terms. Thank you so much, sir. God bless you. God bless you.
mhm.
And to everyone who was patient enough till this time, thank you so much. For people who had to go for one reason or the other, it will still be uploaded, and then you'll be able to watch it. And I don't know if Mr. Shegun has anything to say before we go, sir.
Yeah, if I was just thinking, this is the end of the year. It would be a wonderful way to plan your 2025, your new year. Make your health, prioritize your health when you're planning your 2025 goals. Your 2025
Mm,
goals. And make it so your health is so important. You know,
mm,
it's so important. Make that These are the opportunity to start afresh. These are the opportunity to start.
mm,
Yeah. So I would just encourage us, to think about our health and our lifestyle choices, and how
mm.
we can make it better. We can improve it in 2025.
Thank you so much, sir. So 2025 is an opportunity to, start. And even before, because some people say, see, because I'm starting on the first now, you will now go and start eating you will now start go and eating everything, for the festive period. The moment you know is the moment you should start. And
Mm.
then, I mean, you should, even if it's planning that you are starting with, it's okay, before, it's just
To me, it's probably not it. Yeah.
just make that change, make that choice, and whatever you want to see, put in the effort, and then you will see your results. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you, Mr. Shegu. God bless you.
Yes,
And we will
man.
see you in the next webinar.
Bye.
Bye.